Happy Thursday, Rutgers. I'm Ivha Enike-Ekhelar.
And I'm Adia, Dauti. We've got an exciting show lined up for you. It is Thursday, March 22nd, 2018.
Ashley Cornish will give you the regional and big picture forecast for the day.
We will paint the town scarlet with Audra Cohen at the 2017 Major and Minor Fair.
Marina Brito from the Organization for Luso Americans at Rutgers will be joining us.
We've got tons to get to. Let's wake up, Rutgers.
Hello and welcome, Rutgers. It's great to be here on this snowy Thursday morning.
We're here to wake you up every Thursday morning this semester with all of the exciting news, events, and weather.
So, Adia, we're back from spring break. We had a snow day yesterday, an extra break, but how was your spring break?
Well, my spring break was phenomenal. I wouldn't really call it a spring break, though. I'd call it probably like winter break part 2, because I went up to Canada with my friends, and it was very cold. It was snowing like every day that we were there, but it was just kind of like flurrying, so it wasn't sticking, which was fine, unlike yesterday where all the snow is everywhere. But we went to Niagara Falls, which was really beautiful, and it was really nice seeing that. And then we also went to Toronto, which is like probably one of the most hip and cool cities I've ever been to. Everyone there was like way cooler than us, so I felt out of place, but it was fun. What did you do?
Well, I told you last time I was working the first 2 days, and then I went home, visited my family, hung out with my parents, found out what they were getting up to. It was a great time. They seemed like great people.
No, that's always fun, catching up with your family,
Yeah.
just hanging out and relaxing, you know, after being really busy at school.
I know. It was a great reprieve.
Right. Ashley, what did you do for spring break?
Well, as I mentioned last time, I went to Puerto Rico with all my roommates for spring break, so that was really nice, sitting on the beach in 80-degree weather, which was a really, really great time. But then we come back on Wednesday and we're covered in snow. Here in New Brunswick, we got over 8 inches, but there are some places in New Jersey that got over a foot. And I'll get to that later in my forecast. All right, back to you guys.
Well, that's awesome that, you know, Ashley got to spend time in Puerto Rico and the warm weather, because I was in the cold in Canada and you were here visiting family.
Yeah, also in the cold.
Right.
So we had the snow day yesterday. Any rescheduled exams? I know a couple of my friends, they had to have their exams like the next day.
Yeah, actually for me, I don't have classes on Wednesdays.
Ooh.
So every time that we've had a snow day, like 2 weeks ago and yesterday, it hasn't changed my schedule. It's just a regular Wednesday for me, except there's snow everywhere.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of classes, so I had a great vacation. I had
a little break from your classes after having the whole spring break.
Yeah. So just a reminder, because of the snow day, to look above and below you for ice when you're walking around today. And Rutgers Giving Day events from yesterday are now happening today because of yesterday's storm, so you can check out a full list of events and head to support.rutgers.edu.
So yeah, that snow day, it was crazy, so we all got to like look out for any ice, and especially black ice, because I know when I was trying to shovel out my car yesterday, there was like black ice everywhere, so we got to look out for that. But before we can get to the rest of the show, let's see how much you know.
What is the Rutgers Survey of Students' Experience Survey? We will find out the answer right after this break.
Rutgers offers many opportunities for its diverse student body. The Student Access and Educational Equity Program is one of the programs helping students who are first-generation, low-income, or underrepresented minorities.
Student Access and Educational Equity, otherwise known as SAE or SAE as some call it, is a subunit in the Division of Undergraduate Academic Affairs here at Rutgers, New Brunswick. We have about 3,000 students that we provide support for through our offices. We focus on targeted programming to help historically underrepresented groups, such as African American and Latinos. Many of you have probably heard of our newest initiative, which is the Are You First Alliance, which is to try to educate the community, but also find more ways through our academic courses and programs to help more first-generation students, regardless of race, class, or ethnicity.
You know, there's some research out there that says that when a student feels like they belong at a university, they have a greater capacity for success. And we realized that that was something that was needed in terms of other first-generation students who maybe aren't served by our grant programs. And that's sort of how the idea of Are You First came about, and sort of this positive messaging around being a first-generation student.
SAE strives to help students complete their degree at Rutgers while encouraging a lifetime of education. For more information on how to get involved with SAE, visit one of their advisors at Lucy Stone Hall or visit their website access.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked, what is the Rutgers Survey of Student Experience Survey? Now it's time to find out the answer.
The SERU survey is for students who attend research universities. Students can take the survey online now at surveys.rutgers.edu/SERU. Students can win prizes for participating, but don't delay because the earlier you take the survey, the more chance you have of winning a prize.
Yeah, I think this is really good for anyone who's trying to get into the research. They can find out what's going on and what they can do to get involved. But I know you only need to be inside to take a survey, but let's find out what's going on outside with Ashley and the weather.
All right, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed their spring break. I hope they got to be in a little bit of warm weather. But if not, I hope you enjoyed your time at home, away from classes. And unfortunately, our spring is not here yet, even though the first day of spring was Tuesday. But the snow, unfortunately, did hit us. So for today's weather headlines, the thaw-out from yesterday's snowstorm will be beginning as we get to a high temperature of 44 degrees today. And then we have a seasonal weekend in store. And then guess what? The sun is finally returning after a long time without her. So I'll get to that later in the forecast. All right, so for today's almanac, we had a morning low of 30 degrees, which is actually below our average of 32 degrees, which makes sense because it is pretty cold this time of year for our averages around this time. Our average high is 52 degrees. Unfortunately, we will not be getting up to that today. But fortunately, we will not be getting down to our record low of 16 degrees set back in 1988 and our record high of 79 degrees set back in 1938. And our sunrise and sunset are here at the bottom of your screen. So for the snow totals across New Jersey, this just in from the Rutgers Weather Center over in Rutgers Gardens, we had a snow total of 8.6 inches here in New Brunswick, which is actually a little more than our storm last week. And Freehold, we got they had a snow total of over a foot with 13 inches. Mount Laurel, down where I'm from, got a foot of snow, and then Bayville, all the way down in Ocean County, got 13.5 inches of snow. Looking at our radar, you can see that the storm system that just hit us will be moving out, but then we have another chance of rain on Wednesday, but I won't be getting to that later in my forecast, but you can stay tuned with all the other weather watchers who will be getting to that with their forecast throughout the week. For the regional high temperatures, we have a high temperature of 34 degrees in Oneonta. Newark will be feeling a temperature of 43 degrees, Camden 44. All the way out in Baltimore, you've got a temperature of 42 degrees today, and then State College will be feeling 39. For the low temperatures, Oneonta will be feeling a temperature of 22 degrees tonight. State College will be sitting at 24 degrees as their overnight low. Baltimore will be feeling 29 degrees, and then Camden 30 and Newark 31. Today we've got a high of 44 degrees, partly sunny skies, which will be helping us clear out from yesterday's snowstorm with winds out of the west at 7 to 11 miles per hour. So that's what we have in store for today. I'll be getting to later in the week and tomorrow later in the show. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ashley, for shining light on the weather. Luckily, the sun will be coming out soon, which I'm really excited for because I'm so over the snow, and I say that every week, but it's completely true. I just can't wait for spring, and I can't wait for warm weather and no snow on the ground, and I don't have to shovel out my car every morning.
I know, I can't wait for when the flowers start blooming and when the grass is green, trees have leaves. I'm so excited for spring. I can't wait. Well, Rutgers, after this, we'll be back with some news and events, so sit tight.
Wait, what do you think you're doing? Don't you see the recycling can right next to you?
Does it really matter? All goes to the same place anyway.
Actually, no it doesn't. Rutgers has a really great recycling system.
Did you know that almost 75% of Rutgers waste doesn't end up in landfills? And by 2020, the university plans to make that 90%.
I really want to recycle, but it's just so much work.
You're making it a lot harder than it has to be.
Rutgers has single-stream recycling, which means all your paper, cardboard, plastics, and metals can be mixed together. For more information, go to www.ipo.rutgers.edu/recyclingrutgers.
Welcome back, Rutgers. We have tons of news and events to get into, so let's jump right in.
Facing our fears is how we grow, and one Rutgers administrator has done a lot to develop himself in the last year. Jeff Broggie, Associate Dean of Students for Rutgers New Brunswick Student Affairs, recently faced his childhood fear of the diving board by participating in Rutgers' annual Tower Jump. The Tower Jump is an event held each spring where students and faculty get the opportunity to jump off the university's 10-meter diving tower in the Werblin Recreation Pool. On his reasons for completing the jump, he stated, "It shows that we are human. I just want them to know I'm not just here from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. If they see we care that much, they may feel more comfortable sharing their worries, fears, challenges, and struggles so we can come to resolutions together." Broggie did the jump after fundraising in the fall for the Rutgers Emergency Assistance Fund, which assists students who experience sudden financial troubles during the semester and helps them pay for school. He ran 4 races in 4 days at Disney World to raise the funds. In total, he raised $2,500 for the fund. So this is amazing. He is so inspirational to everyone for, overcoming his childhood fears and showing us that, if he can do it, so can we.
Yeah, and I think it's really important that he took this step to show that he does care about his students and he's doing things to help them in any way that he can. And speaking of taking care, it's important to stay healthy and safe, especially in a college environment. Researchers at Rutgers have recently discovered that smoking hookah has been linked to carbon monoxide poisoning. The burning charcoal in a poorly ventilated area can create hazardous carbon monoxide fumes, which could be fatal. This is extremely dangerous as carbon monoxide is often referred to as a silent killer, since you can't see, taste, or smell it. All forms of tobacco use can lead to this poisoning, but if partaking in smoking hookah, it is important to be in a well-ventilated and open area. Carbon monoxide detectors can also help in identifying if it's present. Symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning include headaches, sleepiness, fatigue, confusion, and irritability. It can be hard to recognize these symptoms to be something as serious as carbon monoxide poisoning, which is why it's important to always stay safe and be aware of your potential risk to your health. I think this is something that a lot of college students should know, especially millennials, because it seems like lately there's been a move away from cigarettes and other smoking methods to smoking hookah in hookah lounges. So I think it's important to be careful and to be aware of the risks you may be taking.
Right. I think it's really important that students stay safe because I do see that hookah lounges have become more popular nowadays, and it's important that people see that there is a connection between carbon monoxide poisoning, which is very serious.
Yeah.
And, it could be fatal, so students should really look out for that. And speaking of staying healthy, take a break from the stress of classes and get a free massage. Rutgers Recreation will be offering chair massages, henna, paraffin, wax hand treatments, and more as part of its event Wellness Treats. To enjoy, head to the Sony Werblin Recreation Center on Monday, March 26th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, look up Wellness Treats on Facebook. So I think this is an awesome event. So students, we just came back from spring break and we can, relax a little bit more until we have to get back into like midterms part 2 and, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and I think this is also really good because especially, yeah, like you said, we're going into second midterms or finals. I think it's also a good way to relax before you like get your grind on, I guess.
Right,
and
treat yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself. Have a special day, like just hang out with yourself, do stuff for yourself, take care of yourself before you have to start worrying about finals and all those things. And if you're looking to make some more extra cash this summer, Rutgers will be hosting its annual part-time and summer job fair for students on Tuesday, March 27th. Organizations that will be present at this event include the Student Employment website, social media sites, and our very own RUTV. It's important to dress to impress, so business casual attire is recommended. Bring your resumes and head to the College Avenue Student Center multi-purpose room and main lounge from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. A valid Rutgers ID is required for entry, and for more information, you can visit financialaid.rutgers.edu. Yeah, I think this is a good way to spend your summer. If you don't have anything planned, make some extra money, have extra spending money, or just be prepared for like buying books in the upcoming school year.
Right, I think it's also a great way to like keep yourself busy over the summer if you don't really have any other plans. And I feel like all students can benefit from, aside from like making money over the summer, they can also get the experience from working at that job. So it's a great event to go out to and check out.
Yeah, you can make money, get your name out there, stay busy.
Exactly.
Well, Rutgers, we still have a lot of show to get to, including a look at the Major and Minor Fair with Audra Cohen, but we'll be right back with you after this.
Hi Rutgers, I'm Audra Cohen and I'm here at the College Avenue Student Center for the SAS Major and Minor Fair. Let's go inside and learn about all the majors, minors, and certificates that Rutgers has to offer.
The Major Minor Fair is a semi-annual event in which students who are transfers and first years can explore what they might want to do while they're here at Rutgers University. It's a wonderful occasion because it enables us on our end to introduce what we offer to the students and let them choose what they want.
The SAS Major and Minor Fair happens once a semester, and it's a great opportunity for students to come to one location and to have one-stop shopping. So we have over 50 departments here represented from the academic departments as well as other offices and services such as the Rutgers Learning Centers and the Office of Disability Services. And so this really is an opportunity for students to get any types of information regardless of what stage of their academics that they're at.
I'm a transfer student and interested in looking at adding some minors to my major.
Well, I'm undecided, so I like to see my options, and then I have a few options for majors, so I wanted to see which ones I liked.
I was actually looking to change my major, so I found out some information about the communications department, and I'm thinking about going into that.
Often students declare, we say as a rule of thumb, by the end of your sophomore year, but really the key is that students do what they need to do to make a good decision about what their major or minor is, and I often tell students it's okay to, if you finish your second year and you haven't declared your major yet, but it's a problem if you finish your second year and you don't know what your major is.
I found some good information and I actually chose a minor today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What did you choose?
DCIM, Digital Communication and Information.
Yeah, the Graduate School of Education is offering education as a social science, and that really interests me.
Well, Rutgers, that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully the SAS Major and Minor Fair has helped students decide on their major or their minor. Until next time, keep painting the town scarlet. I'm Audra Cohen, RUTV.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Last year's Major and Minor Fair looked like a lot of fun, and we're looking forward for this spring's Major and Minor Fair.
But in just a bit, we will be joined by Marina Brito from OLAR, so stay tuned, Rutgers.
Registering for classes can be quite stressful without preparation. Here are some guidelines to make sure you're set for future semesters. First, become familiar with Course Schedule Planner. There, you can build several preferred schedules and sort through lists of offered classes as well as choosing times and days that work best for you. You can also save schedules that you create, so all that's left to do is register on your specified day. Just go to sims.rutgers.edu/CSP. Still unsure of which classes to take? Stop by any of the academic advising offices on campus to speak with deans and advisors to map out a schedule that's right for you. For all information regarding academic advising and registration, check out sasundergrad.rutgers.edu. It's also on Facebook under SAS Academic Services and on Twitter at SAS Advising, #ReUPrepared.
Welcome back, Rutgers. I'm joined by Marina Brito, the president of the Organization for Luso-Americans at Rutgers. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
What is the Organization for Luso-Americans at Rutgers, and what do you do?
Well, the OLAR for short, is an organization for Portuguese background students to come to get together, have a sense of belonging, because you have a lot of Latinos and clubs, a lot of Asian clubs, but you don't really see Portuguese too much. And right now what we're doing is just bringing awareness to different cultures. Like you have the Cape Verde Islands, you have Angola, you have Mozambique, Brazil, Portugal, of course. And we just want everybody to know who we are.
Right, that's awesome that there's an organization for such diversity and inclusion.
Yes.
Why should students be interested in joining OLAR?
Like I said, they should be, because you learn about different cultures. Like everybody's very familiar, I was about to say somewhere, very familiar with Brazil, but a lot of people do not know where Portugal is, and they think Portugal is actually founded by the Brazilians when it's the other way around. So this is a way of bringing education out, and this is a way of people learning about different backgrounds and cultures.
Right, that's awesome. Who can join OLAR, and do you have to have a Portuguese background to join?
No, you don't need a Portuguese background to join. Currently, our acting vice president is Indian, so anybody can join that's interested in wanting to learn more.
That's awesome. Do you guys have any events coming up, and if so, do students have to pay or register?
Yes, we have an event coming up, a night in Rio, April 5th, sorry, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's going to be music, food, drinks, Portuguese music for young people, nothing like, my parents would listen to. It's a way for us to introduce ourselves to the Rutgers community. So it's completely free, so anybody can come and have fun.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like a fun event. Hopefully you guys get a great turnout.
Thank you.
Where can students go for more information?
They can go to my Scarlet Mail, which is msb281@scarletmail.rutgers.edu.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Marina, for joining me today and for telling us about this up-and-coming organization. Stay tuned, Rutgers. After this, we'll be back with the weather.
It's important to stay safe and be aware of your surroundings on and off campus. Need some tips on personal safety and how to look out for others?
Yes!
Well, you're in luck, because Night's Watch Safety Program is coming to Rutgers. The goal of this campaign is to focus specifically on physical safety, provide programming to change the misperception that Rutgers isn't a safe place, and educate students about the resources on campus. Here's some useful tips to stay safe. Lock your doors at all times, even when you're just going next door. Most thefts occur in less than 1 minute. Get to know your neighbors and people on your floor and building. This will make it easier to spot strangers. Take precautions when walking alone on campus, especially at night. Keep personal belongings in view while in class, the library, lab, etc. Don't update your Facebook or Twitter status with your location on it. Don't put where you live or any other personal information on your profile page. This makes it easier for thieves to track you. To learn more about the campaign, be sure to visit staysafe.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. That was a really great interview with Marina Brito. We learned a lot about OLAR. We learned about Portuguese heritage, and I think it was super informative, and the event she was talking about was super interesting.
Right, that event sounds awesome, and I feel like all students should go out, and if that piques your interest, they should definitely come out and join. And even though the event will be indoors, we do want to check out the weather for the upcoming days to see what we're dealing with.
All right, guys, so I'll tell you guys later about the forecast for that incredible OLAR event, but going throughout today, we've got a temperature of 36 degrees at 10 a.m., partly sunny skies, and then the partly sunny skies will continue throughout the rest of the day. 2 p.m. we will be experiencing our high today of 44 degrees. By 6 p.m. we're dropping only a degree down to 43 degrees, and then by 10 p.m. it is going to be 37. Tonight we've got an overnight low of 29 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. So as you can see, 29 degrees, that is below our freezing mark. So all the snow that has been melting throughout the day today will be freezing over. So just in case you guys are going out walking or driving, make sure to watch out for black ice because the roads will be really slick. And then we have a northwest wind at 6 to 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow we've got another high of 44 degrees, partly sunny skies, and then tomorrow we've got northwest winds at 8 to 10 miles per hour. So looking at our extended forecast tomorrow, we've got that high of 44 degrees with a low of 28 degrees, partly sunny skies, and then the sun will be shining throughout most of the weekend. Saturday, pretty nice day, a little cold for this time of year, but a temperature of 46 degrees and then a low of 29. Sunday, we've got a temperature of 42 degrees, partly cloudy skies with a low of 28 degrees. Monday, temperature of 42 degrees with a low of 28. And then Tuesday, we've got a high of 51 degrees. So we're finally back up into the 50s with a low of 34 degrees. As always, you can check out me and all the other weather watchers every 15 minutes on channel 23.1. Check out our Facebook page, Are You Weather Watcher? Follow us on Twitter at RUTV using the hashtag RUWeather. And if you just can't get enough of us, check out our website, weatherwatcher.rutgers.edu. I'm Weather Watcher Ashley Cornish. See you next week. Wake up, Rutgers.
Welcome back, Rutgers, and thank you, Ashley, for bringing us the weather. Weather is always important to know, especially after our snow day yesterday.
Yeah.
So luckily, no more snow coming soon. But we'll be back with the show right after this.
Rutgers University is now offering a master's program in UN and Global Policy Studies. This new program is the only one of its kind in the United States. The curriculum for this program is designed to provide students with qualitative and quantitative analytical skills, as well as hands-on management experience required by leaders in the field. All applicants must hold a bachelor's degree from an accredited college. The program of study requires 36 credits and is open to both part-time and full-time students. For application information and to apply online, check out gradstudy.rutgers.edu. For more information, check out unstudies.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. So, Adia, you have any weekend plans? I know it's Thursday. Anything you plan on doing? Any exciting news coming up for you?
Well, this weekend, so I'm in a sorority, so we had our Big Little week, and tomorrow I actually find out who my big is, because we have our Big Little reveal, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I finally get to meet who my big is. And then on Saturday, we have some sorority events going on, and I have we do a photo shoot with our bigs, since we finally know who it is. So I have a very exciting weekend coming up. What about you?
My weekend's not as exciting as that, but I like it. I'm getting ahead on my work for this weekend, so I don't have to worry as much. And I think I'm going to go shopping with my friends later, because we all enjoy hair products and clothes and makeup, typical things. So I think we're going to do that and maybe go out to eat. I think it's going to be a really nice weekend. And since it's getting warm, we're probably going to try to take a walk or something.
Honestly, shopping's one of my favorite pastimes. As soon as someone says, want to go shopping, my purse is already out. I'm like, where are we going?
I know. And if someone says sale, I'll be like,
oh, forget about it. Me and my roommate, if someone says sale, that's it. We're done. We're out of there. Purse is already in hand. We're running with the car keys, wherever it is.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm going. Well, Rutgers, that'll do it for today's show.
For more events happening this week, you can go to getinvolved.rutgers.edu or rutgersevents.rutgers.edu.
Follow us on Facebook by searching RUTV Network, or follow us on Twitter by searching @Wake Up Rutgers. We love hearing from you.
Tune into Monday's show with Manuel Silva-Paulus and Kim Peterman for more Rutgers news.
Thanks again, Marina, for joining us. I'm Ivha Enike-Ekhelar.
And I'm Adia Dauti. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week, Rutgers.